Coming off the win over West Virginia, did you see anything on tape that you feel like you guys need to work on in particular ahead of Arizona?
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of things to work on, but I thought we played really well in the game. That was the most explosive game we've had in a while. Tons of big plays, and we got our passing game, kind of unleashed our passing game a little more than we had in prior games because earlier in the season we didn't need to. This game they were pretty determined not to let LJ get involved, and so we decided to throw the ball down the field a little more, and it was I thought the execution was really good.
We've seen you come out early in these games, the last few, and throw it down the field, if not the first play and the first few plays. Is that by design?
Yeah, we've always kind of been that way. We're a team that we want to run the ball, and play action pass is our bread and butter, and so yeah, there's no sense in waiting. We're gonna always be aggressive.
Did you have? Were you anticipating them to kind of come up, bring their safeties up, and to stop the run and stop LJ?
It's 5 games in a row now we've had defenses do something different than what they'd shown on film, and we've been sort of brainstorming what those reasons are. And but yeah, they were very determined not to let LJ get off to a good start, and so rather than forcing it, we just said, okay, well, if they're going to play like that, we're going to throw the ball, and so that's what we did.
You've been seeing the ability from Bear in the passing game in practice that he showed against West Virginia.
Yeah, he's a really good passer, and he showed it in the game. And like I said before, the 4 games prior to that, we didn't really need to throw it that much. And each game we've thrown it a little bit more and kind of opened things up a little more. But yeah, he's a very capable passer.
Arizona's defense is shown to be really good so far this year. What are you seeing from them? What's made them be so successful so far this year?
They're very good. They have a unique scheme. Coach Gonzalez is a Rocky Long disciple, and they do a really good job. He's an excellent coach. They run a good system, and they have good players. And they'll be the best defense we've played so far this year. They're top 4 in our conference in everything. And I think they're number 2 in the nation in pass defense and number 1 in our league. And they stop the run. They're very committed to stopping the run. I'm very impressed with them and have a lot of respect for them.
Pretty ball hawk heavy. They take the ball away.
Yeah, they have, I think, 7 interceptions, which is first or second in our league, maybe tied for. They make a lot of plays on the ball. They have a good pass rush. I mean, they're just very good all around.
Do you have an updated timetable on Sione Moa and JoJo? Just what are you guys expecting for potential return timeline?
I don't know exactly, but they'll both be out for a little while. Yeah.
As you look at LJ, you talk about these teams trying to slow him down. What can you do? Is it just getting the passing game on film to force them to back off?
I mean, once we started throwing the ball down the field, then he got loose on some runs. It's just those things balance each other out.
Rex looks like an athlete. Do you think we're going to see a little bit with him?
Yeah, he was supposed to play a little more the other night, and it just didn't work out. But yeah, he's part of our. He's one of our better athletes, and we have some good things for him.
How highly do you guys value obviously holding on to the ball, the 3 turnovers and the like? How much of that is an emphasis?
Well, I'm not going to freak out about it in one game because we went 4 games with 0, and I think we're still top 10 in the country in fewest turnovers. It is an issue though in that one game, and if it continues to happen, then that's a problem. But a couple of them were the one on the option play. Their guy made an unbelievable play. I mean, that's our best run play for 2 years, and sometimes we live a little dangerously with that pitch. But we haven't fumbled one in 2 or 3 seasons, and he made a really great play. And then the interception was a screen pass that we scored out to Parker earlier in the game on the same play, ran a different version of it, and they didn't rush hard that time, and they made a good play. But possessing the ball, the way we carry the football, that's something we have to be demanding about of all of our players. And so, yes, 3 turnovers is too many. On the other hand, as long as that trend doesn't continue, we're not going to panic. We're going to just keep doing what we do because we have taken very good care of the ball overall for the season.
How impressed have you been with your receivers and their ability to get yards after the catch this season?
Good, yeah. I mean, Chase, Parker, these guys make people miss. They're strong. They break tackles. Cody Hagan as well. And we know JoJo's capable of that, so we're hoping to get that back at some point too. This is a huge part of our offense, yes.
Kalani said that Parker kind of got back to his normal self. Do you agree with that assessment?
Yeah. He just got off to a little slow start just because of how much time he missed in fall camp. He didn't practice very much, and even the best players need to practice, and I think I know he did. He had less than 10 pass attempts from Bear in fall camp, and now those pass attempts are starting to accrue in practice, and it's showing up in the games.
So would you say the run game is going to be a big key to winning the game on Saturday?
It's always a key. We're a team that wants to, we want to be a balanced offense. We want to be able to run it and throw it in any situation. And so, yeah, these guys it's very tough to run the ball against these guys. But we have to find some ways to keep them honest, and have some balance, yes.
I don't know how you measure this, but to your point about Parker and Bear maybe having very limited reps before the season, how would you say just Bear's chemistry with the receivers as a whole has come along and now, 5 games in?
It's progressing well. It's on schedule. We still have a lot of work to do, a long way to go. We haven't, there's a lot left to prove still, of course, but they are getting better every day just by working together. It's just how it goes. The more you play together, the more chemistry you develop. You think back of Jaron Hall and Puka, or Zach Wilson and Neil Pau, or whatever, those guys. It just develops over time.
What is something that you do want to see from Bear that maybe he hasn't shown you yet in games that you feel like he still has that ability?
Just keep getting a little bit better each game. There's nothing glaring. There's no one thing. I just want him to just keep improving. I thought last game he played an outstanding game. There was a couple of plays he could have done better, but played very well.
You mentioned coordinator's corner. You think this is the hardest 6-game stretch upcoming in BYU football history. Is there any way to quantify that in your mind, other than just perception?
First of all, no team ever played 6 Power 5 teams before, and prior to the Big 12 era. And then these are good football teams. Starting with this one right here, Arizona is a very good team. They're playing good ball, and we know they have a great quarterback, and they have a very good defense, and we're playing on the road. It's going to be a huge challenge.
Is there any concern from you and the coaches about any potential look ahead from your team, or are you guys pretty locked in?
No. These guys have our attention for sure. I mean, all you got to do is turn on the tape. They haven't given up a passing touchdown yet this year. Nobody's been able to run the ball on them. They fly around and hit people, and their only loss was at Iowa State, which that's not an easy place to play. So yeah, everybody we respect this team a lot.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
Thanks, Aaron.